In this video, I'm going to explain the complicated subject of the Backdoor Roth IRA contribution. Now, this is a technique to contribute to an IRA if you surpass the income limits, if you make too much money to otherwise be able to contribute to a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. So we're talking like six figures here. So if that applies to you, keep listening. So you may want to contribute money to an IRA of some type because you know that IRAs shelter you from taxes in an amazing way and is going to help your retirement savings grow significantly. However, if you're hit by the income limit, you might think you have no options at all to contribute to IRAs. Now that's not true. Enter the Backdoor Roth IRA contribution. Now you can Google this and there's a lot of descriptions of it, but no videos that really display it so you can fundamentally understand what's going on when you do a Backdoor Roth IRA contribution. So let's go into a little bit details of how the two types of IRAs work so we can really understand this. In a Roth IRA, say you make $1,300 from your job. That money is taxed from income tax when you make it. So let's say it goes down to $1,000. You contribute it to your Roth IRA, and that grows over a few years, say 10, 15 years, and becomes $3,000 when you withdraw it in retirement. Now, a traditional IRA, you might have heard of it as pre-tax. So the money that you make is not taxed. You contribute the whole $1,300 to your traditional IRA. And because you have more money in there, it grows to a larger balance, say $3,900. However, when you take your money out of a traditional IRA in retirement, you're hit by income tax then. So a Roth IRA is post-tax. You're taxed on the money you put in. A traditional IRA is pre-tax. You put the money in tax-free, but you're taxed on it when you take it out. Now, to really understand what the Backdoor Roth IRA is, we have to go into a little bit more detail on how the traditional IRA actually works. What you've actually got going on here is you are hit with income tax when you earn your money. Your employer doesn't realize that you're going to contribute money to a traditional IRA, so you're still taxed on your paycheck on all the money you make, including the money you're going to contribute to your traditional IRA. So you lose $300, say, coming out of your paycheck. However, you put it in your traditional IRA, and then when you file your taxes in that year for the year that you contributed your money, you're going to get a deduction equal to $1,300, which will save you $300 on your taxes. So it all cancels out. The $300 you were taxed when you made your money and the $300 back you'll get when you file your taxes makes it as if it was pre-tax money. They cancel out. You can pretend they never happened. So that's why people say a traditional IRA is made with money that's never been taxed, because it all cancels out. Now we can finally understand where the income limits come into play. Now this example assumes you're a single filer, not married. It's the year 2017. It assumes you're covered by a retirement plan at work because the income limit for a traditional IRA is only a limit if you're covered by a retirement plan at work, such as a 401k. So, Roth IRA income limit. This policeman here is putting up a wall. He's saying you cannot contribute to your Roth IRA unless you make less than $118,000 a year. So that's the income limit. Now, it's actually just the beginning of a phase out. You know, 1,800 up for another 20 grand. There's a phase out, but don't worry about that. The point is, you can't take full advantage of a Roth IRA unless you make less than $1,800. For a traditional IRA, the income limit's a little bit different. It's not a limit on the ability to contribute. You can always contribute to the IRA. In this case, it's a limit on the ability to take that deduction. And in this case, in the year 2017, for a single filer, you have to have income less than $62,000 if you're covered by a retirement plan at work. So here we have someone who makes over $118,000 a year, above the limit to contribute to either type. What that individual can do is contribute to a traditional IRA. Now, he's not passing this wall yet. He's not even choosing to take the deduction. As soon as he contributes, he's going to convert it to his Roth IRA. And as you can see here, you haven't gone through any of the walls. None of the checks on your income have even been triggered yet. Now, you might say, holy cow, so this even gets me more money in my Roth IRA. I have $1,300 in here now versus the $1,000 I had here. But remember, when you made that money on your traditional IRA, you actually were taxed on it. And you make too much income to take this deduction, which would normally cancel that out. So you don't get that. So what we can do is we can cancel that $300 in tax savings out from here. So it really is, once you make that conversion, it's very similar, or in fact identical, to having contributed to a Roth IRA in the first place. So that's why it's called a backdoor Roth IRA contribution. You actually contribute to a traditional IRA. Don't take the deduction on your tax return because you make too much money. Immediately convert it over to a Roth IRA, and then you can continue to grow that money, and you will never be taxed on it again. You were only taxed on it down here when you first made that money. So this pathway is what people are talking about when they call it the backdoor Roth IRA contribution. Now you have to read my disclaimer. This is just for informational purposes, but this is my understanding of the definition of a backdoor Roth IRA contribution. And it completely bypasses income limits. You can make $1 million a year and still contribute to your IRA in this manner. Now, of course, you still have to follow the contribution limits. For year 2017, no more than $5,500 total can be contributed, but at least get you out of the income limit restriction.